one thing loved about the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is some of the artwork. Now, cards can vary from either extremely good artwork to extremely lazy artwork. And I mean, artwork is oftentimes a subjective thing. But these are the top 10 cards that I feel have great artwork and designs, but really bad effects. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Number 10, Prophecy Destroyer. One of the cards in the game that is universally agreed upon to have one of the best artworks in the game also has a pretty mediocre effect. All it does is revive itself, and it doesn't really advance one's game state. Number 9, Recover. While this card is a very good utility card to bring out synchros such as Naturia Barkion or Naturia Beast, it ultimately has a very specific and very costly self-revival effect that is nowhere near worth it. Use Glow Up Bulb instead. Number 8, Majestic Red Dragon. I know I probably could have put Majestic Star Dragon here instead, but I think Red Dragon looks slightly better. Besides the fact that it has a super specific summoning condition, it's also got a pretty mediocre effect, and I mean, Fiendish Chain exists. Oh, and it kills itself. Number 7, Battlecruiser Dianthus. Now, this card has a rather steep summoning requirement requiring 3 monsters to overlay into, and it has a very mediocre burn effect. It's got really nice artwork though. Looks neat. Number 6, Rocket Arrow Express. You get to summon a 5000 beater, except you kinda have to cripple yourself for the rest of the turn and then discard your hand. Why would anyone play this? It's not even good in the mighty rank 10 trains! Number 5, Elemental Hero Chaos Neos. So, we got a card here, requires a 2 tribute vanilla, and 2 terrible cards, and it has effects that depend on coin flips. Yay! It's a shame that Chaos Neos has such luck-reliant effects, because I actually do really enjoy the card art, and I enjoy the card art on most of the Neospacian fusions. It's just a 2 tribute vanilla to work with, it just doesn't really work that well. And I mean, granted, we've had worse archetypes at the same time. There's so much good artwork that's just absolutely squandered on the Neospacian fusions, it's just actually a bit sad. Number 4, BYROAD Sacrifice. Look at this card's artwork. What does it look like? Maybe if I were to hazard a guess, I would think, oh, maybe it has something to do with the battle phase. Maybe your monster of narrowly avoiding destruction at the cost of your own life or something like that. Well, wrong. It has to do with bringing out Cyber Ogre, where between the giant monster chasing the girl down a very narrow alleyway does Cyber Ogre come in. And it's not even like from your hand or deck or grave, it's just from the hand. And it's only if a monster is destroyed by battle. Yeah, this card, I don't know what the hell they were thinking. Number 3, Gaia Drake the Universal Force. For those who weren't playing during the D-Rev days, this was a new gimmick Konami decided to try out of synchro fusions. Basically, fusion monsters that would require at least one of the materials being synchro monsters. Now, some of them range from good to mediocre at best, but this one is definitely probably the worst one. It requires 1 Gaia Force of the Earth and 1 non-effect synchro monster. First off, how many non-effect synchro monsters besides the aforementioned Gaia are there in the game? I want to say maybe 2 more tops. Scrap Archery, and there's probably something I'm forgetting. Anyways, let's get into this guy's effect. He can't be targeted or destroyed by effect monsters' effects. Well, that's not a terrible effect, but at the same time, it came out at a time when people were maining Triple Smashing Ground or Fissure. So, it was very easy to get rid of, and it was very difficult to bring out. I just don't see the point of this thing, because as far as guys go, he probably has the coolest artwork too. It's a shame. Number 2, Vampire Vamp. Well, what's there to say about this girl? She requires some rather specific conditions for her effect to be activated, and when she does get a monster to equip to her, when she is destroyed, rather than, say, detaching that monster and sending it back to the opponent's graveyard, oh no, they both die, and then she comes back if she was equipped with something. It just seems rather backwards. Like, what were they thinking? Besides that, it was overall mediocre, and it just really didn't advance the vampire player's game state in all that meaningful ways. Now then, in the number 1 spot, we have Elemental Hero Tempest. Now, Elemental Hero Tempest by far has my favorite card art for any Elemental Hero card or Master Hero card of all time. It looks so good. He's in a dynamic action pose. He's got wings. He's got a blaster. He looks like he's about to get business done. But besides having a pretty nice body of 2800, things just going to go downhill from there. He requires 3 specific fusion material, and his effect just is really mediocre. Like, rather than, say, combining the best aspects of all 3 of the heroes that made him, he just does nothing. He doesn't advance the game state. He just protects stuff for no reason. What were they thinking? Anyways, thank you all very much for watching. If you got any opinions of your own, well, leave them down in the comment section below. But don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to me if you enjoy my content. I'm trying to reach 100 subscribers by the end of the year, and hopefully I can make that happen by producing more good content. If you have any suggestions or feedback, please leave them down there too. Anyways, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you next time.